Hello, everyone. Welcome to the GameKraft GameKast on the GamerAccess.com. I'm your host, Bronson Fiore, joined by Aaron Reynolds.
I I forgot to grab energy drink, so I don't know if I'm gonna fall asleep during this one.
I certainly hope not, because we're a two-man band tonight.
I know. You are utterly dependent on me at this point, and so I prepared myself mentally. I just didn't grab the drink, so we'll see how this goes. It'll be better than last week, I promise.
Well, So, what have you been up to the past week?
Honestly, not a lot. There's a lot of doing work, doing school, watching sports happen. Been enjoying a lot of baseball lately.
That's cool.
Played some Hyper Light Drifter.
I watched Kobe Bryant's last game over the week.
Yeah, he shot a few baskets.
Yeah, he put up pretty fucking good points in that last game.
I mean, I didn't watch the game itself, but like the few highlights that I did see, it almost seemed like the Jazz were kind of in on it. Like, oh, this is Kobe's last game. Don't need to go too hard on him.
Yeah,
specifically during the last 5 minutes or so. I can't speak to a lot of the rest of the game.
Yeah, that's true, but I don't know. I thought it was still a pretty genuine game.
It was cool that someone put together a GIF of Kobe Bryant's first point, which was a free throw, and then his very last point which was a free throw.
Huh.
It was really cool looking.
Well, right on. So I did that, and
then we were watching the Warriors break the record for most wins in a season.
Didn't catch
when that was going on.
Did not catch that, sadly.
Guess what? The Warriors are freaking amazing, and I don't know what's going to stop them.
Like, and you know, I get to see like almost every Warriors game that is on regular cable because I work in a group home, and one of the clients loves the Warriors.
Nice.
He's in his 50s and loves all sports and loves the Warriors. So every time the Warriors are on, I'm just there on my laptop, like checking on the game every 10 minutes or so.
That's cool.
So I've become very well acquainted with that basketball team, along with the actions of the San Francisco 49ers.
My God, man. Yeah.
Yeah. He likes all the like San Francisco Bay Area, California teams.
That's fair. Okay.
So it's like I think it's.
Does he pick a side?
Yeah, it's very much he likes the Niners. He likes the Warriors. He likes the Giants.
But not the. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
He's very much on the fuck Oakland camp.
Got it. Fair enough. Which is funny because Golden State kind of is sort of close to Oakland.
Yeah, it's closer.
It's not going to be.
Yeah, well, I mean the Niners aren't in fucking San Francisco anymore, so.
Oh yeah, I guess and then New York Giants aren't in New York, so I guess we can just. Those are guidelines.
Yeah, the New Jersey Giants, the New Jersey Jets.
New Jersey Giants sounds better, don't they?
It kind of does. The NJJ, the New Jersey Jets.
the NJG.
Yeah, like that both.
Or just say Jersey Giants.
Yeah,
I think it just sounds good.
The Jersey Jets. That sounds.
Dear.
That yeah.
It's fitting.
Yeah, just. All right. Well, anyway, we actually got.
Sports happened.
Yeah, we actually got an email about sports, so we're gonna bring up those far later in the podcast. Cool. Something video game related that went on over the past week is well, not video. Well, it ended up being video game related. Is our friend Quinn had a bachelor party and got married.
Okay. Jesus.
Yeah, the bachelor party. So we wanted to get, like Quinn on that giant swing at the GSR because Ray and I have been on it, and we took Taylor on it for his bachelor party. But Quinn was far too terrified. So much so that he called them earlier in the day when it was raining to see if they were closed, hoping.
Oh man, Quinn.
Yeah, we were just like, you giant weenie. Anyway, So there's that.
I understand being afraid of like a scary ride, but I mean, if it was at all dangerous, they wouldn't do it.
Well, not only that, but like I was gonna be paid for the whole thing too. Like I was ready to shell out the $25 per person. Like
Hmm.
I was like I will happily drop a 50 to watch Quinn scream in panic. Uh,
To be fair, I also have not ridden a slingshot ever, but
do you want to go? I'm okay with riding it if you're ever in Reno again.
no, yeah, I would have to be in Reno again. I would have to.
Yeah.
The one I have the most reservations about is the one right next to it, the older one, where they just like hook you up in this little, what was it? It's like they just swing you
Oh,
through these two
what?
poles.
Oh wait, are you talking? I think that's the one we're talking about. Cause yeah, we're talking about the one where they just fucking drop you when you swing.
Oh, the swing, because don't we have a slingshot one too nearby?
Yeah, I believe we do. They're right
But
next
you
to
were
each
talking
other.
about the swing.
Yeah, because that's the one Ray and I have been on. We've been on the swing.
Jesus Christ, that thing looks so terrifying. I don't blame him,
Uh,
but
y-
at the
y-
same time,
at the same time, like Ray and I and our friend Taylor can all confirm that's like perfectly safe and actually a lot of fun.
it looks
Um,
like it's a lot of fun. And obviously, if it was any one bit dangerous, they wouldn't open the damn thing. But I
yeah.
understand Quinn. I
So so
uh,
we try. So we're like, all right, well, let's go bowling then, because we're here.
oh
And then
yeah, bowling.
we get to the bowling alley, and they're like 45-minute wait at minimum, and we're like, well,
Jesus.
and we're like, nope, go to the arcade. And it's like we want to make one of those like homemade karaoke albums, but
Okay.
that machine was fucking broken. So
Jesus
this whole
Christ.
master party is just going to hell. Um, so we're like, fine, you know what? Let's go to the fucking mall. Let's go shopping.
Hey.
Let's like retail therapy, I guess. Um,
Are you
so
a Reno resident? Question one. Do you spend your free time just walking around in a mall? Check.
well, it's because all the fucking events at the GSR were closed or broken. So we're like, all right, or too terrifying for members of the group.
Yeah.
Uh, it's good to know that I can get Anthony on the swing though if I wanted to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he was ready to do it. So
Oh, man. That'd
uh,
be good.
so yeah, so that you need to come down here for a weekend. That's like an activity that we need to
No,
do.
dude, that'd be totally fun. It's
Um,
just saving up money for road trip stuff. But if I had the
yeah,
money,
because
you better believe I would go down there for like a weekend. I would spend a Friday driving down, Saturday doing whatever, and Sunday driving back. It
let
would
me
be the
tell
best.
you, let me tell you, like plane flights are probably cheaper than gas for one person.
They're probably cheaper than gas. I know. I like road
'Cause
trips.
I do too, but
Goddamn.
like Ray and I are pricing out stuff for the move, and we're like, as we get closer, we're being a little more accurate, and like we realize for movers that will come take all the shit from our house and drive it up there, and the insurance for that and plane tickets for everyone is cheaper than a U-Haul and gas.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
So yeah, so we were like, especially because they weigh shit by the pound, and the only really heavy things we have are the couches and the desks. Yeah, so it's just
Right.
they're getting kind of ripped off, quite frankly. Cause like, oh, you guys charge by the pound, eh? It's just like, well, you're gonna be sorely disappointed. Um,
Yeah, that's how it is.
Anyway, we went shopping and we went to that tabletop shop. Quinn bought some Magic cards because he plays the
Cool.
Magic the Gathering. And
Yep.
I put an order in for a Yu-Gi-Oh card I always wanted because it was $2.20.
Which one?
Solemn Judgment from the Metal Raiders set, so it's the original one. It's
Um, I'm looking this up.
yes, I can read you the card effect.
Go ahead. I just want
alright.
to see the picture to see if I remember the way it looked.
Oh, sure. Pay half of your life points when your opponent either activates a magic or trap card or summons a monster, including special summon, to negate the action or destroy the magic, trap, or monster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So, I was like, $2? Why not? I always wanted one. I will happily pay for it as an adult. So
Good.
that was my logic.
All right.
So yeah, got me a solemn judgment. Then we went into GameStop and proceeded to leave almost immediately.
Okay.
Then went into Hot Topic and almost bought like figures and shirts, but we decided against it.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, and then proceeded from there to go over to Toys R Us to Amiibo hunt, in
Nice.
which Ray bought a Jigglypuff and I bought a Mario and a Jigglypuff.
Okay.
And then later that night, I would also buy a Luigi, a Peach, and a Palutena. So I have 14 out of, I believe the total number is like 60. So I'm getting there. Damn it.
As someone who is trying to lure you closer to Washington, I have to say this amiibo hunting is getting wildly dangerous.
You know, I would agree with that if it was a lot more expensive than it actually is. Because
I mean, as long as you're purchasing in moderation.
Yeah, like I'm buying like one a check in most cases. Like this was just an odd case of where like I had a bunch of extra money because I worked 120 hours in one pay period for Quinn's bachelor party, and most of the expensive shit that we had planned either was closed or he didn't want to do it. So I was just like, well, I have this extra cash.
Right. That's fair.
So, and also Luigi and Peach and Palutena were all cheaper than retail. I had good deals on them all. So
okay, keep it in moderation. Don't lose yourself in this.
Yeah, I haven't gone crazy. I still have pretty good. I have a very healthy savings account right now because of the move up to Washington. All right. And also because I'm saving to build a PC at the same time.
Jesus Christ, that's right.
Yeah, we actually have a competition at work right now to recruit, like whoever recruits the most people by the end of May, and has them still at our job in August gets a $2,000 bonus.
Jesus.
And Ray and if it's multiple people, it gets split between them. So Ray and I are pooling our friends who need jobs to put us both on their app, so we can split it down the road 1,000.
Jesus, all right, that's cool.
Yeah, so we're hoping we could exploit our jobless friends.
Exactly.
Anyway, so then we ended up going to Outback after the shopping, Outback Steakhouse.
Sure.
And then the night closed with 8-player Smash Bros. So
yeah, that's all right. I mean, we're talking about poor gamer bachelor's party. That's not too bad.
Yeah. Like my limit for the night was $150. So this was never going to go to like strip club, da 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 da. Like it was like my limit for the night is $150. So yeah. We did plan to go see Batman v Superman, but 2 people had already seen it, so we're like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
you guys drink anything or just do anything crazy or nah?
No, just had a good time playing video games, shopping, and eating steak.
Nice.
I thought the steak was slightly undercooked. Because like I asked for medium rare, and this steak was most definitely rare. that like
I was like, well, all right.
I was just like, oh, I'll eat it. I'm not gonna complain, but it was just like this is very red and chewy. This is rare. This is what we call a John steak. John, editor at the Gamer Access. The reason why we call that a John steak is TGA has a tradition at E3 where we go to Outback the night before, and when we were at Outback, the waitress asked John how he wanted his steak, and he said rare as legally possible.
Jeez.
So, we were joking. We were joking that like, oh, so they're just gonna trot him out a live cow, like a whole cow.
Right.
Cause I mean, yeah. So,
Lord.
yeah, fun night. That definitely got me like I've been wanting to catch up on my amiibo collection, and I feel getting five in one go was a definite good way to do that.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure. Fine. If you have that extra money,
yeah.
might
So
as well.
yeah. Uh,
Well,
Anyway,
cool.
as for video game stuff, I've been doing a lot of that over the course of the week, and from the sounds of what you were telling me, you have too.
Just a little bit. Just some hyper light drifter.
All right. Well, I was in that 36-hour Overwatch beta.
Right. Okay. How is it?
Oh, it's so fucking good. It's
Oh, I wanted to
so
play it.
good. Uh,
God
like
damn.
over the like it was a 36-hour beta, and I was playing for a minimum of 18 of that. Like I was playing it at
Wow.
work.
Well, yeah,
Uh,
your work allows for things like that.
yeah, but like I usually don't bring my laptop unless it's for my grave shift. This was a swing shift, and it was also like it was a swing shift, and I was very tired from working the grave the night before. So no, days like that, I normally just relax and like just mess around on my phone or like stuff like that. But no, like I straight up brought the full laptop and just it was dude, it was that game is so good. Like the game is it's beautiful. The music's great. Like the world, like for a game that does not have a story, the world and the characters feel so fleshed out.
Oh,
But
I love the way the characters are designed, the whole look of it.
like they have little quips that they say to each other and shit like that. Like I was gonna get like in characters, if you've been watching the shorts they've made or just know stuff, like Winston and Tracer have a background. So like if you have Winston and Tracer in the like getting ready portion of a match, they'll like talk briefly. Or
Oh, wow, that's really cool.
or like if you're Tracer and you kill Reaper, she'll talk smack and just stuff like that. It's super cool. And
Yeah.
I love the way like different characters like can synergize with each other and like combine for some really like sick combos. Like there's this one defense map where it's you have you played the payload mode in Team Fortress 2?
Oh, yes.
Okay, it's basically that, and there's this choke point where you're this character known as Bastion, who can transform into a turret. You can really tear teams apart, but you're still kind of vulnerable. So what this team did, that was I thought it was the most fucking annoying but brilliant thing I've ever seen, is they put the character who can create a giant shield wall up there and
Oh,
the turret at the same time.
oh
So
man.
he's protected and he's just raining death on everyone. But they're still vulnerable from the back. So what as I did as someone who plays Tracer is I did my teleport dash 3 times in a row, got behind them, and shot them both in the back a whole bunch and killed them. It's so much fun. Like every character has a different utility and a different use for a situation, and like teamwork is so encouraged. Like I remember we got this game going where we had it was Anthony was playing as Mercy and I was playing as Reinhardt, the big guy with the hammer. So he was healing me as I'm just slowly walking forward, and our assassins are gunning everyone down as they're protected.
This game
Uh,
sounds pretty good.
oh, it's so fucking good. They like it reminds me of the early days of Team Fortress.
It sounds like the way I've been describing it, the way from what I've seen, is like if they took some certain like fighting game and MOBA qualities and put them in a multiplayer shooter. But I think Team Fortress is totally kind of that.
It's like
Yeah.
Team Fortress and like a MOBA had a baby.
Ugh, I
Um.
want everything to do with that game.
Yeah. This next part is super awesome. So they have like a play of the game at the end of the game.
Oh, that's cool.
So like it'll show like the character's name. So like let's say like I've gotten it twice. Once as Bastion, one as Reinhardt.
Okay.
And my Bastion clip was when I knew that their entire team was going to come down this tunnel to escort the payload, so I transformed into a turret and got a quad kill with him. Because he just ran into my bullets because I was just shooting a Gatling gun down this hallway. And then like at the game, play the game, Undying Sarge as Bastion, and it shows me get that quad kill.
That's cool.
And then at the end of the game, you can vote for who had the best performance out of like 4 players who did really well. So it'll typically be like a healer, a tank, and then like an assassin, and you can vote who did the best out of those 3.
Okay.
So there was that. Yeah, it's
how far have you gotten voted up?
So it's the game's I believe 6-on-6, so the most you can get is 6.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, and if you get voted up, you get a little more experience, which you use experience to unlock graffiti tags, which you can like
really
just tag graffiti on the map.
So it is Team Fortress.
Yeah, but it's just it's Blizzard stuff, so it's like a picture of Tracer or like the Overwatch logo.
Right.
And then there's also skins. Like one of them is like one of the legendary ones, like Punk Rock Tracer. Like there's
what?
Yeah.
I have to look this up.
Yeah, no, it's so sick.
Okay, so hang on, because I'm dying to ask. So who are you playing mostly right now? I heard Tracer. I heard Reinhardt.
Okay, so it depends on the situation, but I like Tracer a lot. I do wish I didn't suck so much at aiming with her, because her reticle for her gun is really small. But it makes sense because you can kind of shred through people, like 2 to 3 shots with her gun, and people are done. So I like her a lot. I like Reinhardt when we need a tank because like you are just this hulking giant of a man with a huge hammer. You don't even get a gun. And you can create this shield and just slowly walk towards people as they fire at you. Also, he has ability where he like puts both his hands on the ground and jet boosts at you and can pin you against a wall if he hits you.
Good lord.
Yeah, he's cool. Mercy is a really cool healer. It's basically the medic from TF2, but can also boost attack power. So you can choose between attack power or healing, and you can also like use your angel wings to fly to people.
Okay. Wow.
Bastion is a robot who can turn into a turret, and his special ability is he turns into a tank. Yeah, like those are the ones I've been tooling around with. I've got to try out a little bit of Reaper. I've tooled around with Pharaoh a little bit, Roadhog a little bit. I will say, Junkrat can go burn in hell.
Okay.
I hate fighting Junkrat. the man is my kryptonite. Like it's ridiculous how much damage he does sometimes. So yeah.
That's cool.
So I do have a couple problems with the game though.
Okay.
The matchmaking gods can fuck you over if you get a team that just refuses to like. Because before the game starts, like they will give you recommendations on the right side, like you guys aren't putting out much damage, like you might want to get more offense, or you guys don't have a tank or whatever, and like sometimes you will get people who just won't switch. And it's just like shit. Like really, you're not gonna fix this at all, and you can still win that way. And if you're organized and playing with people who know what they're doing, then like sometimes you want to ignore that. Like, I was in a game where all 5 of us picked offensive characters.
Oh, right, yeah.
But, like, so a lot of the time, these are just people who just like a certain character and are ignoring, like, the mechanics of it. Like, oh, we don't have a tank, and we're all getting gunned down because of it. Yeah.
See, that's a problem because these character designs are really cool, and so I wouldn't blame anyone for wanting to play the character that they want to play. But yeah, in a game where you have to play certain roles, and that's integral to succeeding in this game, that's going to be a problem.
But the thing is, like, I've found a character of every type that I've liked so far except Builder, and that's just because I haven't played that many Builders.
I
Yeah,
mean, I'm trying to look for, because they have a heroes tab on their website, but it doesn't explain. There's no easy find for their classes. It just says you have to find them by just manually clicking through all the characters.
um, and then as with any team game ever made in the history of ever, like if you just have teammates who don't want to work together, you're screwed. Like,
Well, right. I mean, the thing is, like, yeah, it's definitely a MOBA in that sense, just because Call of Duty you can jump in and who cares what anyone else does.
but
Platoon's community has become a lot like that, but yeah, this is seems very teamwork oriented.
yeah, so and a lot of times people totally work together as a team, but like sometimes it'll just be like one of the maps in the beta I played was a territory style map, right?
Right.
And we load up the game, and like you load up the game and we capture the first territory moving as a team, and then for some reason the last territory that we needed to capture, people just kept running in one by one, getting slaughtered. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you doing this? And like, why don't we just group up outside the door and then take care of it? So that was one of my beef. And then the rest just like, but like for what that game is, dude, it's so good.
It
Like,
looks amazing.
like and I think a lot of it is Blizzard just knows how to make games that appeal to me.
Sure.
I think like because it's very easy to pick up and play and have a good time, but like there is some stuff you can do to master certain characters that's just nasty. Like I'm an above average tracer player. I do pretty well, but I've like watched streams and seen really good tracer players in games. And I'm like, what the hell?
Jeez.
One trick that I'm actually starting to get used to with Tracer is how you will like if you use her recall ability after you get damaged, you can get your health back.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So like I'll be in the middle of a firefight with someone and I'll just been moving back and forth. And I'll still use my recall ability, even though it doesn't really move me, just to get health back and win the firefight.
Hmm.
Um, so just small stuff like that. Yeah, it's like I said, I'm so bummed that the beta was very was a very time limited, but it's gonna be back in 2 weeks because I pre-ordered it, so I have early access. And man, that 1 week we're getting with it, I'm gonna be on it every single day.
Is
And
there no way to
then
get in it now?
yeah, just pre-order and you'll be able to get into the early access part.
Okay, and that's for all platforms?
That is for every platform, and it is from May 3rd to May 9th, and then you have to wait again for the game to come out on May 24th.
I want to play the game.
Dude, just sign up for that
I
pre-order,
know.
sign up for that early
I gotta.
access.
It sucks that they have a pre-order thing that they hold behind it, but then again, I mean,
Well, I mean, so part of that is an open beta that is, I believe, the 5th through the 9th. But you get it a couple days early if you've pre-ordered, which and
I
if you
see. And
yeah,
this looks like a game I'm gonna be pre-ordering anyway.
yeah, so yeah.
Have you find that you work with certain characters, or is there? I guess what I'm asking is, are there roles that you feel are suited better for your play style, or does it
Um,
really come down to the character rather than the role?
like sometimes it kind of depends on the map. Like
Oh,
so,
okay,
like the map and the game mode. Like there's the like I only play the sniper on one map. Um,
sure.
like her name is Widowmaker, and I only play her on one map, and I only play her when I'm on offense on this one map. Because there's that turret character I told you about, who, if you don't have someone to take him out when he's on that bridge gunning down on people, he'll just wreck you.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, but so it's really there's no like Blood Gulch kind of map for this.
No,
No default.
no, they I believe it was 3 maps in the beta, and they were all super fun and pretty
Okay.
evenly paced. I liked the Hanamura map the best just because it was really pretty. Like, it had cherry blossoms on it and stuff.
Nice. Okay.
Um,
So then,
but
what's your favorite? What's your favorite hero?
ooh,
You pick one to play for the rest of your life. As sad as
like
that is.
are we talking about playstyle or are we talking about like the way they look and act?
Let's start with overall, and then
Overall,
look.
overall, overall, it'd probably be Bastion just because Bastion or Reinhardt because I like the tanking aspect of Reinhardt, and Bastion when you're on defense is just an unstoppable machine when it comes to choke points. Like if you can get a little bit of help to protect you while playing Bastion in a choke point, like it's lethal. As for design and like look, I love the look and style of Tracer. Her abilities are super cool. Like super like that really like hyper speed with teleporting and stuff. Like it's really cool.
Yeah, Tracer's fantastic. I love the way she's designed. Is she basically like the cover character for
Yeah,
Overwatch?
yeah. She's basically the cover character.
I
Like
was gonna say people
that
have been talking about her a lot for
yeah
reasons, but
the characters that were in that first trailer were Tracer, Winston, Reaper, and Widowmaker.
okay. And
Wid-
yeah, Tracer was the real
yeah,
standout, I think.
and
Um,
those four were also have been the stars of these first 2 shorts. So
okay,
yeah.
cool. Yeah, no, I love the way all these are designed, and it looks like they have you can find at least one character you like in each role, at least purely design wise.
And then
Um,
as far and I find playstyle wise too.
okay.
Because like I said, I'm like as far as like I'm not really a big support guy, but I really had fun with Mercy. And then as far as assassins go, I didn't like Soldier 76 at all, but I did really like Tracer and Reaper. Yeah.
Hmm.
Same with tanks. Like, as wasn't super big on Winston, which that actually kind of bummed me out because he's such a cool character. But I totally got into Reinhardt and Roadhog. So
Cool.
I actually think Roadhog is super ugly, but his powers are like he has a shotgun and a scorpion hook to bring people to you.
From looking at it, Roadhog seems fun in a Mad
Yeah,
Max kind of way.
yeah, like they ripped him straight out of Mad Max. The character I think you would really like is Genji, just because
Genji.
he's the samurai. Like he can straight up like deflect fucking bullets.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, first guy here.
yeah, he's cool. Yeah,
Is that
like
a melee?
yeah, he uses throwing stars, a sword, and can deflect things with his sword.
Damn. Okay, so yeah, I was gonna say in terms of pure design, I've been really liking McCree.
McCree's
Um,
cool. His super ability is super cool.
really.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, Genji melee melee weapons always win me over. So yeah, Genji's up there.
I know that I just love all the little quirks of the characters like Tracer when you pick her or she's the character on the main menu will get her hair out of her eyes or like Winston will push up his glasses or like Bastion will have this little bird land on his finger and stuff.
Huh.
Um
That's cool.
like another actually small beef I have is they take the Halo route to unlocking a lot of stuff,
Oh
in,
no.
in which it's just kind of random in loot crates.
Man.
Not all of
Okay.
it, not all of it. Some of it there is a case where you know like there is a case where you can spend points that you get, but a lot of it is the random loot crate thing.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. So
My
anyway,
my my cosplaying friend has been tempting me with attempts at cosplay, and I've been looking at Junkrat.
I fucking hate his guts. He is the most annoying fucking character in this game for me.
He looks like it. Just looking at some of these moves. Oh my god.
Yeah, his ultimate where he spins that giant death wheel and if it hits you, it's an automatic kill.
Yeah.
It's fucking bullshit. Like I fucking hate.
Cool.
I hate him more than any other fucking character that I've had to fight against. Like every other character, I've like kind of found a counter for. Like him, the only thing close to a counter I have found is, and you have to be perfect with it, is using Reinhardt's shift ability, pitting him to a wall and hammering his stupid face in. So.
Jeez. Well,
Yeah.
sounds like a fun game. It looks like a fun game. When's that beta next?
The next one is early access is May 3rd if you pre-order. I believe May 5th or 6th for everyone else.
And then that'll end a few
May
days after
9th.
that.
Yeah, May 9th.
And then the game comes out
May 24th.
This summer's going to be fun.
Yeah, no, especially because looking at the summer release list, it's not super thick.
Okay.
But so yeah, I played plenty of Overwatch over a 2-day span. Another game, as long as we're on the new release hype, I got the new Ratchet and Clank. Like I went to the store and bought it, and I had this is gonna sound crazy, but a negative experience at Best Buy and a positive one at GameStop with this game.
Okay, I want to hear this story.
Okay, so Tuesday morning, wake up. It's the day after Quinn's wedding. I had a great time at the wedding. They're a beautiful couple, and I'm like, all right, I need to get Ratchet and Clank today. Go pick up my copy because we're doing a 60-minute access of it this week, and I also want, and it's only $40, so I figure, all right, for my own enjoyment, go pick me up some Ratchet and Clank.
Yes.
So I go, I walk to downtown, buy my bus pass for the month, because it was around that time, and I take the bus out to the mall, or out to the Best Buy across the street from the mall. Go inside the Best Buy, and I look in the game section, the PS4 section, like Ratchet and Clank is nowhere to be found. Plenty of copies of Dark Souls for days. But I already had that coming in the mail, so I was like, all right, well, fuck. And I go up to this dude who was just like putting DVDs on the rack, and like he doesn't even let me finish my sentence. I'm like, hey, do you guys have Ratchet? And he's like, no, we can't find it anywhere. And I'm like, and like before I could respond with, could you check the back? And he's like, he cuts me off again, like, yeah, you're the second person to ask. Like, it's not in the back. We checked. And it was just so fucking rude. Just this guy who's just like this like incredibly just small, rude, bald man employed by the Best Buy. And
okay, hang on. We don't need to bring in his size or his hair situation.
Just
come on now. We're better than that.
Just don't even get me started. And then I try and find another employee just to, because I had the vibe this guy was just kind of an incompetent jerk.
Sure.
And because it's Best Buy, no one else was there. So, or they were too busy trying to sell someone a TV. So I was like, I was just like, well, god damn it. So my options at this point are go to the Walmart, which is like a mile away at this point. Or to go to the GameStop in the mall across the street. Now, I typically try and avoid GameStop because for many reasons.
Yes.
But I'm like, I don't want to walk that far, and I haven't ate breakfast yet, and they have food at the mall. So I was like, all right, fine. So I call the GameStop in the mall, and they have a copy. And they held on to it for me. I come in, I said, yeah, I'm here. I had you guys hold that copy of Ratchet and Clank. And they're like, yep, we got it. And they asked me, do you want to pre-order anything? I'm like, nope. They ring my game up, and I leave.
So you got one of the good people at GameStop.
Yeah. I had, I had none of that. Like, because I've had terrible experience. Like everyone on who has listened to this show for an extended period of time has heard my Mass Effect story. Like everyone has heard that fucking story where it's just where he's like you should have pre-ordered and I walk out, should have pre-ordered after waiting in line for 20 minutes and immediately
Right.
walking across the street to Best Buy to get it
Yep.
on their giant wall. So yeah, I don't say this often, but props to GameStop for having Ratchet and Clank.
Yep.
And fuck you, rude guy at the Best Buy. So, uh, popped in the new Ratchet and Clank though later that night, and I did not get to play as much of it or Dark Souls as I wanted because I picked up 2 extra shifts this week, so I ended up working like 54 hours.
Ooh. Okay.
Uh, yeah, so but I played the first 2 or 3 worlds of Ratchet and Clank. It's a reboot. They're rebooting the franchise with it.
Oh, all right. Wow.
Um, very funny, very funny.
Okay.
Every level has had me laughing, especially Captain Quark. Um,
Good.
so yeah, very funny, very colorful, beautiful game. Like just beautiful. I cannot get over how close this looks to like, CG animated movies.
Mm.
You know, uh, just but it's still Ratchet and Clank, just really refined Ratchet and Clank.
Mm.
And they only have one truly new weapon I have found so far. So like new in the series.
Right.
So like depending on how you feel about Ratchet and Clank, you may or may not like it, but I think it's a very strong reboot. I think the game looks gorgeous. And it's only $40. So I mean, yeah, why not?
So it's okay. So it's all right.
Yeah, like it's really good. Like it's definitely a game that I'd recommend to people who enjoy, platformers or action games.
We don't get a lot of those anymore.
Yeah, like if you are starved for one of those, like most fans of them are, definitely worth picking up.
Okay. Cool. That's
Uh,
great.
so yeah, last one, or actually no, not last one, because I also bought a certain game that I talked to you about on Facebook.
Oh
Uh,
dear. Okay.
but I also picked up Dark Souls 3
Oh.
and
What?
Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls Trace. Uh,
Cool.
I was within minutes immediately reminded of what early game Dark Souls is. Like I'm just going through slaying these zombies, and then I run into this giant ice demon, and he just like completely fucking destroys me. Like, and this happens twice, and I'm like, well, that wasn't fun. So I proceed to go the other way, and I fight the first boss who was a joke.
Hmm.
Like what like my friend Aaron told me that she couldn't beat it in 3 hours, and I was just like, you've got to be kidding me. That that was what that thing was a joke. Especially if you are a caster. Just stand far away and hit it over and over. Like what? Um, so, in my opinion, it is a lot faster than all the other Souls games, but it's slower than Bloodborne. And I think if you've been playing Bloodborne, you may have some trouble transitioning to this. Uh,
Would you consider it a good transition piece from people from Bloodborne to the Souls series in general?
yes, because the way the games work is like Bloodborne is ultra fast, and like because of its like health regain mechanic, it's a little more forgiving. And this is faster and like slightly more forgiving with the way the game is built. And then Dark Souls 1 and 2 and Demon Souls are just fucking brutal and slower. So like
Right.
I would tell people start with Bloodborne. If you like that and beat that, go to 3. and then go to 1, and then go to 2, and if you still need more of this wonderfully addictive but painful style of gameplay, play Demon Souls. Uh, the world's gorgeous. The game's a lot of fun. That said, like there are points where like when I play this game, I need to be in a certain mode because I have to be in a mode where I'm like in a good mood and relatively relaxed and ready for like something that challenges me. Because Ratchet and Clank, it's a fun game, but outside of a couple parts, isn't ridiculously challenging. Overwatch, I'll get salty one match, but I'll do really well the next match. This is a game that consistently requires you to like take it slow, be patient, think. And it's very rewarding and a lot of fun, especially the bosses. But if you are just like got home from a bad day and like want a game to relax to, this might not be the one for that. And that's kind of how I treated Bloodborne. So,
Okay.
God, I played a lot of games this week. Jesus. Finally, I finally bought Stardew Valley.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, because I figured, well, we're doing a video on it in like 2 weeks, and I probably should own a copy and at least have like a couple hours of progress in it. So I'm 3 hours in. I'm currently saving up to buy a home for my animals, or animals, period, so I can have livestock. I have all the wood needed, half of the stone, and half of the money.
All right.
I've been so I'm still in spring. I've been giving Abigail gifts because I want her to be my waifu.
Abigail, which one was Abigail? Was Abigail the blue one?
Yeah, she had purple hair or blue hair, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah,
she's part of the social outcast group.
Yeah, it's her or Penny, the teacher, because the other option is Haley, who, while also being the name of someone I've dated in the past, she also came off as a terrible human being, like the character in the game. So I was like, oh, I double don't like you now. So yeah.
Okay.
The music's great. The game's very charming. Like when I had that bad forest drug trip at the wizard's house.
Yep.
I've been really like I have a schedule which is like wake up, go clear out more of my farm wasteland that still needs to be cleared out, or what I can clear out because I'm saving up for that livestock building, not a nice axe, so I can't clear out big stumps yet.
Right.
And so yeah, so I clear that out, and then I proceed to go into town around 9 a.m., give gifts, collect stuff, and then fish for a little bit. Then if I have any energy, I go back, plant stuff, and then chop down more crap.
Yep. It's a good day.
So, yep.
Have you included mining in that yet?
No, I have not gotten into mining yet.
Okay. That's a pain. But
go on.
I'm just gonna say it's a pain. Combat's rough.
Combat.
Yeah, that's all I'll say about that.
Okay. I have a question though.
Okay.
So I obviously did the wizard thing, and he's in his house, right?
Yep.
Or like that community center. What is that book in the community center that like has all these different packages?
So I don't know. That's a mystery to me too. I've honestly been kind of ignoring the community center. You can be doing things to help restore the community center, and I think that book has something to do with that stuff. I honestly am not sure myself. I was so tired just looking at that book. I was like, okay, no, I'm gonna go back to farming. The whole point of this whole game is to go to a simpler life. I don't want to deal with this.
Okay, because for me, like, I built a bridge to get to the other like to get to the other fish guy. And he's like, "Yeah, you're not ready for this." And then I went there. It's like, "You built a bridge," and I'm like,
Yep.
Okay." But yeah, it's fun. Within minutes, I was just like, "Oh no, oh
Yep.
no, this is one of those." Was like my first thought with it. Just like, oh, this has the potential to be the most horrible thing in the world.
Oh, it's good. And you
So
can keep playing for hours and hours on end.
yeah, like I like that the fact that I can play the game for 10 minutes or through say like all of a grave shift.
Right, exactly.
So, so yeah, or
It's just
most.
peaceful. It's not stressful or anything. It's just
Yeah, like the your biggest concern is like your exhaustion meter, which like my first 3 days on the farm I passed out in the field.
yeah.
So
You got to be
uh,
careful about that. Yeah.
my one of my favorite letters I got though is like, yeah, we found like some guys like searching through your pockets, picking through your crap. Hope they didn't steal anything. We brought you home. Bye.
You drunk fuck. No.
Fucking alcoholic, just drinking in your field. Uh,
uh, anyway,
uh,
that game's a lot of fun. It's
I
just
do
peaceful and great.
I do wish it was a little bit better about like explaining shit to me, or and like giving me my options for stuff. But
Man, when I got a soda from the vending machine and gave it to Abigail, and she was so pissed at me, and I did not know why.
oh no, that's that yeah. Yeah, like I gave her like some food that I farmed and she was pissed.
I'm right. It's like, oh God, how am I supposed to react to this?
So, but like I give her dandelions and she's like, "Oh, thank you."
I give her
Like,
all sorts of mind minerals that I found out she likes.
oh, she's a gold digger. She
Yeah,
she she
but
she
but if I remember correctly, she uses terminology that suggests she eats it.
she eats rocks?
that's what that's what the dialogue could suggest.
All
It's
right,
like
whatever.
for some reason, yeah, I'd have to look up the exact wording, but god damn it, it's funny. No, I found out also when I was giving stuff to Sebastian, he likes amethyst. How you pronounce that?
I believe so.
Yeah, likes those. Um, I've been trying just mining stuff, and I haven't gotten deep enough, but that's been a good general gift for the outcast group.
Is is there illegal like farming thing, like their illegal mineral harvesting like thing?
I
I,
mean,
I
you're just going in the caves. Like you're going in the caves, and then there'll be some stuff happening, and it's not. They're monsters,
okay.
and
So
it's
so
hard. It can be difficult,
okay.
or if maybe not difficult, but just annoying.
All right. Well,
But yeah, you just go down, and then you're trying to mine stuff. It's basically a little mini Minecraft, except you can't really build anything. So
all
Minecraft
right.
without the fun. But then yeah, you mine and then go up, and uh, it's cool. That game is cool.
All right. Well,
It's one of my favorites this year for sure.
yeah, I could definitely see it going that way for me. Anyway, I think that's it for me. What? Oh, I finished Ocarina of Time. That's the last one I have.
Oh, okay.
So, let me tell you, 18 years later, that last level, Ganon's Castle, that is still like a perfect last level to a video game. Like, because the way it is you come in and you see these six doors that are all linked to a different color of light based on the six temples of the game, and like you go into them and it's like two rooms that's a mini temple, and you solve it with typically it's the items you got from that particular temple, sometimes not. So and then you proceed to fight your way up the castle like stairway, and the entire time Ganon's sick ass organ is playing, like his church
Oh,
organ.
jeez.
and
Yeah.
then you fight him, and like you have to run out as the castle collapses, and then he turns into his giant like pig monster with these giant two swords, and you have to fight him without the master sword before getting it back midway through the fight. Oh, it's so good, so good. Um,
Uh,
yeah. So the end of Ocarina of Time is great. And because I enjoyed it so much, and my coworker enjoyed watching me so much, we're gonna do Majora's Mask next.
oh, damn. Okay.
So, yeah.
We talked about this before. You guys, you're in favor of Majora's Mask?
Generally, yes. That's a good game.
Okay. All right. I
Uh,
know a lot of people that they're very passionate people when it comes to whether was Majora's Mask good or not. And having never played, it's just interesting to hear about it.
yeah. Like Ocarina of Time still really holds up. I will report more on Majora's Mask, next week.
Cool. That'll be fun.
So, yeah, you played some of that Hyper Light Drifter, that's brand new.
That is
That's
pretty brand new.
that is. I hear it is a Zelda clone.
So I haven't gotten very far in it, and the reason for that is because it does not really it doesn't tell you what to do. It tries to communicate through pictures, and that's mostly like story stuff. But what you're supposed to do, it's not really explained. So you just kind of dropped in a world, and you wander around the map, and you find enemies that come after you, and people illustrate a bad guy, and then it marks the bad guy on the map, and then you try to travel to that place to, I assume, kill that monster. But
Well,
combat's difficult, fun. The controls are real nice, but it's hard and not forgiving. Um,
what I heard was also once again that stuff is very Zelda.
yeah,
Like everything you described. Oh, they made Zelda, so which is good because I don't think there are many Zelda clones, and I like from playing Ocarina of Time and like Twilight Princess HD fairly recently. Like I'd be down for more Zelda style games.
it
Um,
is. Yeah, yeah. Now that I think about it, it is, and it feels harder than Zelda the way I've been playing it. But uh, yeah, I've just been trying to navigate that game and haven't been able to get very far in it because it doesn't really explain too much. Um, but from what I've played, it's pretty good. Um,
uh,
I backed it back when it was raising money, and so I'm okay
um,
with it so far. Have not played it too much though. Need to get into more of it.
yeah. All right. Anything else? Stardew Valley.
I checked in on Stardew Valley. Sat outside Sebastian's door for an uncomfortable amount of
Oh
hours because I just
yeah,
could not
that
figure out his schedule.
like I feel so creepy with that with Abigail. Like how I'm just
Yep.
like how like the store where she lives opens at 9 a.m. and I'm just sitting outside her bedroom to give her a fucking flower.
It's really good. You're sitting there on these steps, and they open the door, and it's like, here's some precious metals I've mined, then run away, and that's your day. God damn it. The game's
So
funny.
yeah, like if you just deconstruct any of those life sim games, they become super weird.
It
My
becomes so weird, and Stardew Valley is no different. Yeah.
my favorite deconstruction though is the person who turned Animal Crossing into like this really deep horror story. Um, so all right, well that's cool. Plenty of stuff to play right now. That's always good. Like nothing is worse than that like 3 to 5 months every year where it's just like there's nothing to play. Like there's plenty to play, plenty coming out. We got Uncharted in a couple weeks, Doom,
Ah,
Battleborn, all kinds of good stuff.
good lord.
This is a good
So
year.
much.
So,
Yeah.
but we got news.
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 Oh wow.
Cut, copy, paste. Make that the official.
That
the
is
news.
just me and you are news. I like that. I like it.
So what's going on? What's going on in video games?
It has been a kind of a slow-ish news week. But we did get Microsoft's first details on their E3 press conference.
Okay.
Which is that it is going to be on the second Monday in June, which I want to say is the 11th or the 12th. Which it is. Oh no, it's on a Sun. That can't be right. No, okay, yeah, it's on a Monday. It's Monday, June 13th. At 9:30 in the morning. So as always, second Monday in June. I don't know. Yay, press conferences.
Yeah, exactly.
I was so mad when I got that article. It's just like, oh, news about Microsoft's press conference. So I was like, oh, cool. And then they tell me the date and time, and I'm like, I already knew that.
Well, right. I mean, good lord.
What the hell are you doing?
What is the point of this?
So yeah, but I mean, a real news story that may be part of it, maybe at Microsoft's press conference, is Titanfall 2.
That's right. Oh my god.
Titanfall 2 was officially announced with a trailer. So yeah.
Yeah. Titanfall 2. That game needs a sequel. I think Titanfall was a good game. It didn't really keep me very long, but I wanted to like it.
So I really liked. So they're revealing it on Sunday, June 12th, the day before E3 starts. And it's going to be on all major platforms this time: PS4, PC, and Xbox, not just Xbox and PC. I mean, Titanfall 1 was a hell of a game that just didn't have enough in it, which really has been a theme of this generation.
Yeah, exactly.
I liked I got Titanfall in a very unique situation. I was in a trial period working for a doctor's answering service, and I didn't pass my trial period. But the week before I didn't pass, I bought an Xbox One with my tax return. And
Okay.
I was just like, so I was unemployed for a week, and with that week of unemployment, I did nothing but play Titanfall and occasionally throw out an application or two. So I was playing Titanfall 9 hours a day, and then I got playing Titanfall 9 hours a day, and then I got a job at a political call center the day after I prestiged. So yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I prestiged in a week. I was so into that game. It was very satisfying, but it just didn't have enough stuff for it.
Yeah. So hopefully they'll be able to put more of that stuff into Titanfall 2.
One thing they did have from this small teaser trailer is they showed a sword, some mechs with giant swords.
Okay.
So
yes.
Yes. Let's go full Gundam in this bitch.
Absolutely. Oh my god.
Yeah, this needs some Gundam level stupidity of giant robot sword fights.
Yeah.
It
looks good so far. I'm excited.
Yeah, I want to see some gameplay. They're really hyping up their new full-featured story campaign, which those are the guys who made COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2. So here's to hoping it's something on that scale, right?
Oh, that'd be so amazing.
All tightened up, all gillied up. So the next news story we got is Red Dead Redemption's 2 has had a leak.
Okay.
So Red Dead Redemption was a big fan favorite in 2010. Everybody loved that game. And supposedly the map was leaked online. And the source, it was first out on NeoGAF, and he claims he received it from a source that he will not mention, but is really close to Rockstar. And Tech Radar followed up the rumor by saying the map is indeed a real deal from a source close to the development team. Then they posted a bunch of screenshots of said map and where certain animals might be and such. The map looks huge. Like they fit the original Red Dead map in this map. And this does fit with Rockstar saying that they are going to have a very big presence at this year's E3.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
So, I love Rockstar games. I love the Grand Theft Autos. I loved Red Dead. But man, the wait between them hurts.
It's rough.
I've been in the mood for a new Grand Theft Auto so bad that I went back and played some 5 over like a couple weeks ago, and the next Grand Theft Auto isn't coming out until like 2020, like 2018 at the soonest.
Right.
And then we've been like waiting 6 years for a new Red Dead, so. I would love it if they announced Red Dead and said like it's coming out mid-July. That'd be perfect. So, I don't know.
We'll see.
Oh, and the other news is that it is a prequel. It is set before all the others. So.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Red Dead Redemption was kind of all about the end of that. So
yeah.
It would have to go back.
And no one makes a world feel alive quite like Rockstar does.
Right.
So like I remember like when you first boot up Red Dead, you hear those old ladies talking about, quote, savages, and you're just like, oh. So yeah.
So good. Yeah, it's gonna be. I hope to see a whole bunch of new stuff with that game.
I mean, even if they just make like a prettier, slightly better version of that game,
yep,
it would still be like amazing. I would love it.
Provide me a trip down to Mexico-like moment.
Oh man, Mexico was a rough part of that game at points, though.
It was, but goddamn, I love that game. Every single bit of it.
So, anyway, going forward, we got some Netflix news. Netflix in May is going to raise its price from $8 to $10.
Okay.
Yeah,
is that video game related?
Yeah, kind of. Netflix plays on game consoles. Hey, man, it's kind of a dead news point. I like to filter and stuff like that.
Look, man, I'll tell you what. Right now, the fact that they're raising the price and no one is working on redoing that theater mode for a group of friends through our game consoles is messed up. That's one of my favorite parts of all consoles, was that brief moment where we all had our Xbox 360s and we could all meet up in a group and watch a movie together in that one lobby.
That actually truly is still like one of the great shames of like no one has replicated that.
I can't believe they stopped doing it mid console generation.
Yeah,
like they just stopped and it was messed up. It was the coolest thing. God damn it.
But
I'm gonna have to look something up. I need to see if there's like software out there.
Oh, they're
not even for a console, but like for PCs where we could just all watch a movie at the same time like that again, because that was a lot of fun.
Oh, there has to be like that. Yeah. There has to be. Anyway, so.
But yeah, anyway, I hear Netflix in a video game context and I just get mad. So.
You gotta let it go, bro. Gotta let it, bro.
So good.
So continuing on, Tracer is being put into Heroes of the Storm this week. On the 19th, Tracer will be a Heroes of the Storm character as well. Some fun facts about her: she has all her abilities from Overwatch. So her special stick is she can move while firing. She can teleport up to 3 times within a certain amount of time. She can recall and get her health back, and she can use Time Bomb, which is her ultimate, right at the beginning of the game, right from level 1, and it generates by doing damage in fighting. So, oh yeah, I forgot to mention I played Quantum Break, and man, that ending was shitty.
Oh, was it shitty?
Yeah, like that entire game was just like the definition of like a 7.5. Like it,
Oh, jeez.
like it was good, but had
Right.
like it was good but had problems, which considering this was made by the Alan Wake guys was profoundly disappointing.
Ugh.
So yeah.
That's a shame.
Moving. So yeah, she's gonna be in Here's the Storm. She looks super broken, but as is the tradition with MOBAs, every new character launches broken.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So, a GameStop executive had some things to say this week.
That so?
Yeah, GameStop COO Tony Bartel has commented on the recent rash of rumors about new or upgraded consoles, and he says it seems imminent. Quote, although we have not modeled extensive growth for new innovation in this presentation, we are very pleased to see the introduction of new technology like VR and rumored new console launches, some of which seem imminent.
Hmm.
I really hope that, like, by new console launches, he means just the NX. Because
I'm assuming.
Here's my thing. If I, like, 3 years in and we're already seeing new consoles, like, you will officially have seen the point where I, like, flip over a table and go to PC almost exclusively. like, just so done at that point. Because here's the thing: one of the advantages to consoles is they stay static for a certain amount of years. Yeah, like that, back in the day, you bought a PS2 or you bought a PS3. What's all that ruffling around your background?
Sorry, I was just readjusting myself.
You bought a PS2 or you bought a PS3, and that shit lasted for, you know, in the case of a console like the original Xbox, 4 years, all the way up to, in the case of a fucking PS3 or a 360, 10 years.
Okay, yeah.
Versus a PC, which since my freshman year of college, I have bought a PC every 3 years. So, no, this is because I've been doing laptops. If I do desktops, it would be, it'd just be new parts every 3 years or so. But
okay,
still, you get the point. It's just like, what the fuck. That said, VR, I don't think it's gonna be as big as everyone says. Like, they keep shoving VR down people's throats, and I don't see it. I don't see the appeal. Like, I've gotten to try, I've had very limited time trying VR, but I still got to try it, and I just wasn't really impressed.
it's they just haven't. There's no killer app for it yet.
And it's expensive. Like, I think the least expensive VR, and this is already, if you own a PS4, own the camera, and own the Move controller, is $400.
Right.
And if you don't own those things, then it's still $500, and that's for the cheapest one.
Yep.
And like to run, like the specs to run an Oculus are insane. It's like they're pushing all this tech. They're pushing 4K. They're pushing VR, and like they're never asking, is like, do the consumers really want this? Because most people I know are pretty okay with 1080p, with a few exceptions, and that's largely just because 4K is expensive as hell. Like, for a really nice 4K TV right now, it's upwards of $1,200. For a really nice 1080p TV, like the one I just bought, it was 800. You know, and a lot of people invested in really good 1080p sets to be a last generation they don't want to give up. You know, like it's like people just aren't willing to, people just aren't willing to go to this new technology yet, I don't think. Like,
well, I think that's how it was planned. Like they had to get this out to market, as quick as they could. But they're gonna have to. They knew they were gonna have to wait a while for anyone to adopt it, just because of pricing for all the things they had to put together.
Well,
so this will give them time to develop something that looks interesting as they wait for the price to drop.
Well, I'm talking. I'm also talking like 4K too, because like, with Xbox 1.5, which is rumored, and PlayStation 4.5, like those are two things that are rumored, and it's just like the whole shtick is like, oh yeah, we'll do 4K. And it's like, who has been asking for this? Like
right.
the only person I know who is gaming in 4K right now is Nick. Nick and Theo. And even Theo doesn't do it all the time. Like it's like it's unbelievably expensive. Because if you want to do entry level 4K, you need a 980 Ti. Like there's no other card that will do it besides Titan. And then all right, you have a 980 Ti, and then like if you want to do like full on 4K gaming, you need two of them. That's $1,200 in graphics cards alone.
Right.
And a console isn't going to do that shit. At least not for the price that you want to buy one for. And then, you gotta think about the average consumer. You gotta think of the average consumer also. Think back to when we were kids. Like, you typically got a console. If you had a family that had multiple gamers, you might get two for the generation. And, whose parents are going to buy, the PlayStation 4K, 4.5, whatever the hell they're calling it?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to wait and see how they explain it at E3, because looking at it from where it is right now, it just doesn't make sense.
I really hope this was an idea that they were pitching around, and they realized this is really stupid. This thing's selling because you look at the PlayStation, you look at the PlayStation 4, it's on pace to break the PS2's records. It is on. Why would you try to stop that momentum? And it's not and if this is an incremental upgrade like the new 3DS, then I especially don't see a point. Because there are 3 games that take advantage of the new 3DS. It's like Hyrule Warriors, because Hyrule Warriors basically is unplayable on the regular 3DS. It might as well be exclusive. Xenoblade, and then Super Nintendo eShop games. If I already owned an XL and wasn't upgrading just for the bigger screen, I wouldn't have bought a new 3DS.
Right.
So, this is a nightmare. I really hope Sony isn't this stupid. But then I remember $599 giant enemy crabs, and I'm like, oh wait.
No, this is. It's just funny because Sony seems to be doing it to themselves in half the time. Where they're instigating this half-step change when they were already in the lead.
It's like Sega with the 32X and the CD. It's like stop. No. Just make great games. That's all people want. They just want good fucking games to play on this system.
Yeah.
They just want to play games that you've been putting out, like Dark Souls and Ratchet and, Metal Gear and Bloodborne and Grand Theft Auto. Just keep making those. don't make this fucking ridiculous hardware and this stupid VR headset that no one fucking asked for or wants, and just oh god, this saddens me. This shit just saddens me. All right, well, moving forward, unless you got anything else to say on that.
Oh no, we did. I think we covered it all.
So we got some news coming out of Microsoft that Minecraft apparently sells 10,000 copies a day. Still. The average age of a Minecraft player, Microsoft told Times, is between 28 and 29. 40% of the players are women. And Minecraft sells 10,000 copies a day between all platforms it's on.
I thought every human being had bought that already.
I have never bought Minecraft, fun fact.
Oh, really?
I have never bought it on, like, I've played it on other friends' PCs and systems and whatnot. I've never, like, it was just a game that never resonated with me in any way, shape, or form.
I forget when I bought mine. It was a while ago. It was within the first couple months of people finding out that it was popular. But yeah, it didn't really resonate much with me. But no one can really deny the impact it's had. So wow, all right, good for them.
Yeah, like, you know, and I get like, man, so. I just don't. I don't get the appeal of that game, but whatever. Moving forward, we got some news about backwards compatibility with the Xbox One. 2 new games have been added to the list, which are Doom 3 BFG Edition and Monaco.
All right.
Monaco is a solid game, and Doom 3 is an abomination. Great, super.
Yeah.
All right. Going at this at breakneck pace.
Yeah, do it.
So, Animal Crossing is officially 15 years old in Japan and 14 years old in America.
That's right.
So, cool. Animal Crossing's great. Hopefully they come out with a new game soon. You know,
last one was New Leaf, right?
Yeah, that came out 3 years ago this summer.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, I actually bought it last year before E3 because I wanted a game to play on the ride down. So,
yeah, that's God. They're getting there, I'm sure.
Yeah, so
especially after seeing the success of Stardew Valley.
Yeah, no joke. Maybe we can get the Harvest Moon guys to make another old school Harvest Moon.
Oh, jeez.
Or just, you know, get the Stardew Valley guy to move that shit over to a portable system.
Right. Yeah.
Either or would be nice. Alright, we got some news for those of you looking to buy a PS4, which I'm sure there are plenty. Right now, the PS4 retails for $350. Well, Newegg has a special bundle.
Okay.
Newegg's eBay, particularly. So you know how Newegg has an eBay? Well, you can get a PS4, the Star Wars Battlefront bundle, with Dark Souls 3 and Fallout 4 for $390.
Wow.
So for an extra $40, you get two very highly acclaimed games. Yeah.
All right.
And
how long does that last?
It didn't say, but I'd hop on that shit now if I were you.
Sure. All right.
Yeah. So.
Cool.
Yeah, that the listing might be ending probably by the time they hear this, but you know, keep an eye out, people. There's also Xbox console deals going on right now. If you are looking to buy an Xbox One, they're $300 and have multiple bundles, from Quantum Break to Dark Souls to everything in between. And please tell me you saw the new Gears trailer.
Oh, I actively did not click on it because I heard bad things about what they're doing.
I disagree. Like, I don't like. I like the idea that it is just like these four people lost. It everything takes over the course of one night. Like, I think
Right.
that's a really cool idea, and that it's all at night, and they're kind of go for a more horror monster aspect of it. Like, yeah, I get it. It's Marcus Phoenix's son and shit like that, but you know, I'm kind of okay with it. But one, they nailed the trailer music again.
Did they?
Yeah, you know how those guys have a history of just nailing trailer music?
Oh yeah.
Totally did it again. So you know that Disturbed cover of "Hello Darkness, My Old Friend"?
Oh yeah.
That's what they use.
Jesus.
Um, the reason that Ray and I found it hilarious, though, and tagged you in it, is because earlier in the week we saw the Ben Affleck video of him as like being sad during a Batman interview, set to him dying in Dark Souls. And like we found that to be hilarious. So this is the trailer song. Oh my god, we were just like so done.
I'm watching this trailer right now.
All right, tell me what you think, because I actually think it's a really good trailer.
This is crazy and terrifying. Ugh. No, yeah, goddamn. The song choice, spot on.
Like those guys, like Mad, they did Mad World for the first one, they did War Pigs for the third, and now this. Like those guys are ace.
Mm.
Um, yeah. So, yeah, yeah, good on them. Uh, Moving forward, Microsoft has a new ad campaign for Xbox One right now.
All right.
The only system with every top 10 best-selling console game of 2015. What they don't tell you is 9 of those 10 games you can play on PS4.
Oh, good.
The 10th is Halo.
No, of course.
So, if you don't give a fuck about Halo, this ad means nothing to you.
Oh, great.
God. Like, more and more, I am realizing how little I need my Xbox One. And it bums me out.
Oh, yeah, that does suck. What?
Because, like, it plays Halo, but like, all of its exclusives are slowly getting ported to PC. Like, Killer Instinct got a KI port, Forza's getting its own version, and all future Forzas are going to be on PC. Rare Replay is exclusive to the Xbox, and so is Sunset Overdrive. But like, more and more games are just getting to that point where they're not fucking, yeah, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, no, I gotcha.
So I don't know, it's something. So anyway, yeah. I don't know. I love owning my Xbox, but it's very much like, oh, you are the Halo machine. And if Halo 6 is on the PC, then like even less of a reason.
I just have I feel like I have a lot of confidence in Phil Spencer in that we're gonna start seeing some E3s coming up where we'll finally start getting some good games over there. It's just taking them a very long time.
Not if they keep putting all their good games also on PC.
And yeah, doing that, which, given his last speech about the Xbox's relation with the PC, that's not looking good.
Like, I was at that event, and like all that shit on, like, being there and at the event and talking with him and talking to all those guys, like, the impression I got from that was like, hey bro, like, buy a PC unless you are really dedicated to the Xbox platform.
Yeah.
So
shoot.
Anyway, last little thing here, and I actually want to talk to you about the past 2 weeks, but you were gone 2 weeks ago, and the last week you fell asleep.
Yep.
So Final Fantasy 15 had a bunch of news come out about it, and we'll go through this one by one. First off, they're doing a super mega collector's edition, which there's only gonna be 30,000 copies, and they are selling for $270.
Oh Lord!
You get an exclusive steelbook case, Kingsglaive, which is that animated movie of the game, a bunch of DLC, the soundtrack, the anime, a figure, and a hardcover art book.
Jeez.
So, and
I'm not gonna get that. Just so you know.
No, yeah, me neither. you and me both. Like for a game that like I am just very tepid on. Like I played the demo last week, and my whole impression of it was like, is like you guys could be taking this in the right direction, or you could be horribly fucking it up. And I'm not sure which yet. So I'm probably like, if I do buy the game, I'll be the regular one. But even then, that's very tentative. Because it has been over a decade since we got a good main series Final Fantasy, and and next year it'll be a decade since we got a good spin-off.
Yeah.
Unless you count Theater Rhythm. Which, if you're counting the rhythm game that just compiles music from all your old good games, there's a problem. But I did play the demo. The combat system seems really neat, and the story looks like it has potential. Like I love the road trip aspect of it.
Yeah, no, that's the most appealing part of it to me. Yeah. This game was good.
But yeah, it looks like it has some potential to it. But like $270 for a collector's edition, bro.
Yeah, it's not happening. No.
Like, and it's sold out. Like it's so all 60,000 copies, so the 30 on each system.
Jesus, I guess it's worth that much to some people.
And apparently it's on eBay for even higher. I'll check eBay right now. Because like I was reading about this and I was just like, let's see, XV Collector's Edition. All right, let's see this. Ooh, oh God.
Oh God, what?
Damn, son, me and you need to become scalpers. Jesus.
Make some decent profit.
Oh, well, it's the lowest priced one I'm finding right now is $425.
All right.
So they're making a like $75 profit, and the average is 600 plus. So hold on to your ass, because damn, who is paying $600 for a game for that game?
I don't know. They're out there.
Who has that much faith in Square Enix anymore? Like who are you?
I mean, they really connected with that car. Oh man, this Final Fantasy gets me.
I mean, like we have a staff member like Ray who really likes Final Fantasy 13, and I get in long, lengthy arguments with him on why that game is terrible. and why the spin-offs were just okay. So, like, oh God, like you gotta think, man. It's been 9 years since Square Enix put out a great video game, like a great RPG.
Well, hang on now. No, hang on. Let me look this up to be.
No, I mean Square. I mean Square Enix. I don't mean fucking IDOS / Square Enix with their Tomb Raider shit.
No, we're doing Square Enix.
We're doing Square.
I'm gonna look this up. Are we doing Square or Square Enix?
We're doing Square. Well, Square and Square Enix are the same thing.
Well, yeah. Let's see. List of. Here we are. Let's see. List of Square Enix video games. Okay,
Right.
9 years, you say?
All right, yes, I'm saying 9 years because the last one I think of was Crisis Core.
Okay, so let's start with 2007 here.
Uh,
Da, da,
uh,
da.
might be 6. Okay, I have the list right here. So, all
Yeah,
right.
I'm looking at the list.
So they published Rise of the Tomb Raider, but that wasn't made by them. You know,
Okay.
like what? I'm trying to find a game that was actually like made by them. Okay, you
Did you
know,
like Crisis Core?
Crisis Core was the one I was talking about. Was that
Oh,
08?
okay. This is September 13th, 2007.
Okay, yeah, that was the last one where I was just like, fuck yeah, because like I'm looking at this list, bro, and it's like it had to be developed by them. So Sleepy, like they publish a lot of good stuff. Sleeping Dogs, for example. But like I'm looking at the stuff that's been developed by them. It's like you could argue that Final Fantasy MMO reboot was really good. I know Anthony loved it. But like
Okay.
so there's that. So I mean that came out 2 years ago. But like everything I look under that was actually like made by Square Enix just saddens me. It's like they
Let
made a
me-
billion Kingdom Hearts spin-offs that no one gave a fuck about. Ugh.
Jeez. Let me take a look. I'm looking at this right now. Yep. Lots of Final Fantasy. Da 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 da. Mario Hoops 3-on-3. I didn't even know that existed. Damn. That game's probably good, right? Right?
Shh, shh. Just let it happen.
Snoopy DS. Let's go meet Snoopy and his friends. Probably pretty good.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Let's see. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare? What?
Probably for like a phone or portable version.
No, maybe. Well, they say PlayStation 3 and 4, but maybe that's like helps with like a small part.
Yeah,
They do
like
that.
like they probably provided some middleware or something.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of games that I like on this list.
Yeah, no, they. So who the fuck? Then did you catch the news story that they had last? You know, like the last week, where it's like, yeah, this needs to sell 10 million copies to be successful,
Oh my god, they make it sound so incredibly desperate.
and the only Final Fantasy to pull 10 million copies was uh was Final Fantasy was Final Fantasy 7, and that's only if you include the PlayStation Network re-release, the iOS re-release, and the PC version.
Fuck, man.
This
Oh, I don't see how this ends well.
oh my, what are they thinking?
Oh, it just hurts.
Like I'm just bewildered at this shit.
I'm interested in the look of that game, like, but I don't know if I'm going to buy a Final Fantasy game. It's just never appealed to me in the past, and while I'm interested in this, like, there are plenty of people like me who are not going to cross that line, just like all the other Final Fantasies. It's
Like
not going to be a Call of Duty seller.
like Final Fantasy X, like you look at Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy VII, especially Seven, was like this big this is like anime becoming a video game, and it was like this huge cult, like it was a cultural event in a lot of ways, and like they're expecting, and it was the first one of those style games for America to be massively popular. And you're telling me that you expect that shit to be you're telling me you expect that to be like the next the next one of those. Like you are expecting this to be like an Ocarina of Time, a Red Dead Grand Theft Auto style game. Like are you out of your mind?
It's terrifying that they're playing this way. And we'll just have to see what happens when they don't hit 10 million.
Oh god, like, and you know they're gonna come out like they did with Tomb Raider and say, "Oh, this wasn't successful," and then Tomb Raider ended up doing fine in the long run. Like,
Right. Like what?
god,
Jesus.
fucking stupid, fucking stupid. What the fuck is like? I'm so bummed that Tomb Raider is in the hands of these colossal idiots.
Yeah.
Because like the Tomb Raider reboot, awesome. The sequel, awesome. Being published by fucking morons.
That's always a real scary thing is when you have your developers doing the right thing, but then publishers are getting involved, and who knows what they could potentially mess up. So I don't know. Tomb Raider has been surviving so far, regardless.
Hopefully we can get a Sleeping Dogs 2. That'd be good.
Okay.
I'd be down for that. Anyway, well,
oh wait, what's Sleeping Dogs? What year was that?
That was 2012.
Okay.
I remember because Game of the Year saltiness. But yeah. So we got yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know, man. We'll see. Like it's like who knows? We could be wrong, but I just don't have faith in Square Enix at all to pull that off.
It's not. I don't think it's gonna happen.
But like maybe 10 million. Like I'm saying that's probably gonna go half that because that's what Metal Gear 5 did, and Metal Gear actually people still like it and aren't pissed off at it. So I'll say that like it has chance to do Metal Gear 5 numbers. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
And that's me being pretty fucking optimistic.
Yeah.
But considering Final Fantasy 13 still did really good numbers, I'll be optimistic.
Okay.
Anyway, we only really had one question this week sent to my inbox, and that was asking like, "Yo, you guys talked about the NFL. Can you talk about some more NFL news?"
Pull up some NFL news.
Yeah.
What's up with the NFL?
What's going on with the National Football League?
Is Johnny Manziel dead? Yes or no?
Probably drowning in a coke pile right now. A lot of the schedules just came out. My Broncos opened the year with the Panthers.
Yeah, I saw that. Wow.
Yeah, not only that, but our quarterback, like, people keep talking shit about Mark Sanchez as our quarterback. Our quarterbacks led the league in interceptions last year. Okay? You don't do much worse than 9 touchdowns and 18 picks in 8 games. Okay? I don't give a shit how bad Mark Sanchez is. He's not throwing 18 picks in 8 fucking games. Oh.
Well, you hope not.
Like, he would have to fucking be the worst quarterback ever to do that. Just, God. The Rams traded everything to go up to the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, which people do not seem to understand.
I don't get it either. They just fuck are they doing? They must really like one of those 2 quarterbacks quite a bit.
Who are the 2 quarterbacks? I don't even.
Jared Goff and Carson Wentz.
Yeah, I don't even know who those are.
So, yeah, like I thought it was a like weird choice, especially given this quarterback class isn't like I looked up those guys and they're all right, but they're not like fucking sell the farm to get level guys.
Right. Crazy.
So.
Oh well, we'll let him do it and see what happens.
What have your Ravens been up to? I've been keeping tabs on them Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, not a lot. Our schedule came out. They predict us to go 7-9, which I was looking at around 9 wins. But I guess it just does depend on how everyone heals, because our entire team got decimated by injuries.
I would just like to say thank you for our Super Bowl winning head coach.
Hey, yeah, no problem. We weren't doing well with him. I mean, we got to the top 8, which is pretty good, but no, I think he messed us up. Flacco needs to be more in control and able to do no huddles and things like that, but it was not happening under Kubiak, and it played to their detriment, and it's because of that we lost Torrey Smith too.
Yeah.
Now he's over there on the 49ers getting not looked at by Kaepernick, so
maybe our future quarterback if we can find a way to get him. Oh boy.
Maybe you can teach him white. You got Elway there.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like Kubiak's offense is perfect for a guy like Kaepernick. To be fair, because the way the West Coast offense works is like you don't read the defense in a traditional way. It's very much like, here are your options, go to these places. If not, then try this. If not, run. Yeah. So
okay.
Yeah, like a big reason Peyton Manning had trouble in that offense is because that offense doesn't really do audibles or no huddle.
Right.
So yeah, and that's why Osweiler looked okay.
Right.
Because But yeah, man, like I just don't see why you would trade all those picks.
Dude, there'll be another fun thing to watch as the season goes on when it begins again.
I'm not even sure that maybe this is just karma for them just brutally destroying the Redskins for RG3.
I forgot about that. Yep.
Yeah, so and now RG3 is on the Browns. So, man, do you want to talk about like sad careers? Like let's talk about that one.
Oh my god!
Like you had a Hall of Fame level head coach who had a history of making quarterbacks look really good. Like Mike Shanahan made Brian Greasy look like a starting quarterback in the NFL. You had a head coach who has a history of making quarterbacks look really good. All you had to do is listen to him, and you did not do that at all. And then got him fired for a guy who very much doesn't like you at all, and benched you for Kirk Cousins, who actually looks all right, and then cut you so you could go to Cleveland. Yeah. And apparently Denver kicked the tires on him because we're looking at anybody who's played quarterback in the past decade. And apparently they just didn't like his attitude and the way he behaves. So I don't know.
Well, that's always a good sign. Hey, the Browns have been looking for people like that.
Yeah, the Browns who what's that really good receiver's name that just got cut?
Oh yeah, shit, I don't remember.
He played for the Browns.
Internet, help me out.
Was Josh something?
NFL wide receiver. Cut.
Not cut. He got suspended for drug use. Josh something.
Oh! I just saw his name.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the hell it was, because dude got cut because he was doing what he does by doing shit tons of drugs.
Oh, Josh Gordon.
Yeah, Josh Gordon. I kept wanting to say Josh Norman. I'm like, no, he plays for the Panthers. So yeah, Josh Norman. Dude, what are you doing with your life?
They're apparently holed up together, which is perfect.
Oh, great.
I was on the way home earlier today. I was listening to the radio. And I'm listening to this like radio clip of someone from like TMZ or something recording Johnny Manziel partying right now during this 5-day window he had to go back into rehab so that he could keep his agent.
Like Johnny Manziel actually does make me sad because it's like just very apparent that he just needs help.
Oh yeah, and he talks about it like there's no problem at all. Everything is totally fine.
It's just very apparent that the man needs help, and he's not getting it. And that's super sad in a completely different fashion.
Yep.
As for my Broncos, I don't know. I looked at our schedule. I got us going 11-5, 12-4. Like everyone's talking about, like they lost so much. Like, dude, we lost a rotational lineman, a third down linebacker, a backup safety, and 2 quarterbacks who combined threw more interceptions than the rest of the league. I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, honestly, that third down linebacker is the one that scares me the most, and even that one, I'm just kind of like, eh.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm just not, like, super concerned. It's not something where I'm like, oh shit,
Yeah.
And for all the fuck I know, like that could turn around and bite us in the ass, but I'm still in wait and see mode.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
And to be fair, like having this team still have as many core pieces as it has after a Super Bowl is actually kind of astounding. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's a quarterback situation that's real rough. But you guys were able to get another starter. It's Mark Sanchez, but that's a starter.
That is a guy who has started in this league at one point.
So, I think you'll be okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, as for the Ravens, like, I think you guys just had an injury problem last year.
That's all it was. Like, really, that's really what all that it was. We were doing really well, and just like when it got to the point when Joe Flacco, the guy who had not been injured during his entire career, just goes down. That year was done. There's no this was ridiculous.
Yeah, I think the Ravens will be back in contending for their division. Like immediately.
Oh yeah, I don't think they're going to be Super Bowl bound or anything, but I think they're going to fight for the division.
I honestly think we have a shot to repeat. Most of the core team is still there. They still look real good. I see no reason why they couldn't, in theory, repeat.
It would be a real hurdle to jump having to switch quarterbacks. That is a hurdle, but I'm also like, I look at our quarterbacks last year and I'm like, they weren't really doing much. But like, if anything, Mark Sanchez actually being able to run this offense might be more advantageous. So yeah,
we'll see. I don't know. I actually also think the Panthers are gonna tank this year. So that's my
yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen there. We'll see. I'm interested in what the Patriots are gonna be.
Terrifying. Point scoring, terrifying monsters.
It was a bit of a shock when the Broncos beat them, because they were destroying that year.
Yeah, I mean, the Broncos beat them earlier in the season, but that was a tight game, and that defense just showed up when it mattered. They just showed up and put the pressure on for 4 quarters, and even then, the Patriots only lost by a 2-point conversion.
Right. Right.
So, versus like I think the Panthers were complete frauds though. Like I absolutely don't think the Panthers are as good as their record and everything said.
Well, yeah, their schedule was
It's like you
was
guys
interesting.
You guys play the Bucks twice, the Falcons twice, and the Saints twice. That's 6 free wins right there, baby. And one of them you couldn't even get. Like, and even the Broncos said, like, yeah, they run the ball out of a 3 or 4 wide formation a lot. Don't bite on it. That's all you got to do. So anyway, it's NFL news. I think that's all we got for the week.
And that's all we got for right now. It's still off season. Draft hasn't started.
I can't wait
and baseball has just started.
I love the NFL draft. I love it. I think baseball goes too long.
I love baseball to death.
I love it to death, but I think it goes too long. I actually think baseball season needs to end in August.
I can see that. Yeah.
Like before the NFL starts, because the second that football season starts, no one gives a fuck about baseball. No one.
If only if it wasn't for the weather, it'd be really cool. If we could start baseball. If we could just push baseball back to just after the Super Bowl and have it end just before preseason.
Yeah, because that's the biggest problem with baseball is like that shit goes too long. And in some cases, if you're a fan of a team who is typically bad, like I am, go Rockies. If you're a fan of a team who is typically terrible, then you basically like the season's over for you in fucking July.
Yeah, that's true. But maybe football should move their season later to start later.
I don't necessarily agree with that either. The Rockies are 6-5 right now, which goddamn, that puts them at third in the in the NL West.
Mm-hmm.
We're better than the Padres. Yeah.
Put that on a bumper sticker.
We're better than the fucking Diamondbacks. We're only 1 game back of the Giants and the Dodgers, though. So I mean, we're only 12 games in, but yeah, hey. You're an Oilers fan, right?
Orioles fan, yes.
Orioles, yeah. Sorry, Oilers. Jesus.
Orioles. I'm no fan. Oilers fan. I'm no.
You don't like the Titans?
The Titans. Jeez. No, Orioles are on top of their division. I'm real happy with them.
Yeah, they're keep beating those Red Sox, buddy. Please.
We're working on it. They're second. They're right behind us. So.
I fucking despise the Red Sox. So.
I've heard about this.
Yeah. Lots of reasons behind that.
Okay.
So, they beat my Rockies the one time that they are ever going to win a World Series or had a chance to. That does not help the saltiness levels. So that's one reason of many. And then like everyone has a side in the Yankees Red Sox rivalry.
Yeah.
And when I was growing up, everyone was rooting for the fucking Red Sox, especially after they won that first World Series that they got in 2004. That like I started rooting for the Yankees in that rivalry, just like because I was so fucking tired of hearing about the Red Sox. So
sure.
And then lastly, fans from Boston, be it Patriots or Red Sox, are all some of the rudest motherfucking people I've ever met. So yeah, the Red Sox can go fuck themselves.
I don't know. I am on the Red Sox side because Johnny Damon had long hair and a beard on the Red Sox, and when he went over to the Yankees, they had to shave it. Tragedy. Tragedy.
I remember there was a player named Bronson Arroyo who I believe played for the Red Sox at one point. So bastard sharing my name with a Red Sox player that hurt me on the inside.
It's been rough watching the Mariners go through this season.
They are very much my second favorite team, but I kind of haven't been paying attention to what they're doing. Are they terrible?
They has switched out almost every single person on the bullpen. They got a new coach, new manager. Tried to figure out what was going wrong, and the season starts, and they are the exact same team they were last year, which is we have 2 or 3 pitchers that pitch well, but despite the names that we have, we can't get any runs in. So, oops, we lost. Why did we pay this money to Cano? I don't know. Anyway.
So they're like the opposite of a traditional Rockies team, where a traditional Rockies team can score plenty of points but can never win games.
Right.
Great. Super.
It's a lot of fun. They finally got a new hitter in Daeho Lee, so hopefully that'll help him out, because Cano's not. I mean, he was helping out at first this season, but it's been slow. They got Nelson Cruz, who's fantastic. Kyle Seager, who's okay. And they got Felix Hernandez pitching, who just tied Randy Johnson's Mariners record for most strikeouts.
I mean,
today.
Let me tell you, being a Denver sports fan it's not good, man.
All right, like those Nuggets.
I love the fact that they're 33 and 49. It's wonderful. The Avalanche is one of the worst teams of professional sports. The Nuggets are fucking awful. The Rockies they're actually doing okay. You know, like, thank God the Broncos are good. Just I couldn't watch sports anymore.
I don't know, man. I watched you when you were dealing with Josh McDaniels.
Yeah, that, and you will notice that I also, like, during that period, just stopped watching football for a year. Yeah, so, like I would turn on and see we had lost again and just wouldn't feel emotion anymore. Like, I was rooting for us to tank bad enough to get Andrew Luck, and then Tebow turned things around.
Yep. Low time.
All right. Well, is that all we got about sports?
Oh, that's about it from my end. That's all I can think of.
Yeah. Go Rockies. Maybe you'll actually do something this year. I don't know. Anyway,
who knows?
We'll be back next week, and if you want to follow us on Twitter, we're at The Gamer Access, twitch.tv/The Gamer Access, with our buddy John Macaluso, who should be streaming the Gears 4 beta. Then we also have a Facebook, and you should go to, and you can, if you found this podcast on our website, you can subscribe on iTunes and get it downloaded straight to your iDevice every single week. So it's just there, waiting, ready. Yeah.
I'm waiting and ready.
I bet you are. I actually should talk about that. I actually have that for several podcasts, and man, is it awesome when I forget to download a show before leaving my house and I don't want to use data and it's already there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's wonderful, because I have a 6 gig plan, which you think that's a lot of data until you are on a 1.5 hour commute every day.
Yeah, that could be a problem.
And that's not just one way. That's 1.5 hours each way.
Good Lord, man.
Yep. Yeah, so, like, I'm gonna be honest, if my commute wasn't as long, I'd probably be willing to work a lot more overtime than I already am.
Yeah, that's a lot of time, man. That's too much.
Yeah, though one day a week I do take an Uber. Because, so, if you take out the day where I take an Uber and my commute is 20 minutes each way, actually I have 10, My commute is, let's see, 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours. So yeah, I spend like fucking 12 to 15 hours a week on a bus.
Whew.
Or at a
Lord.
bus station. So
All right. Well,
yeah,
shoot.
it's rough. Anyway, everyone, we love you all. We'll be back next week. Bye.
Yes. Bye.